Hi everyone, it's Becky here. So this winter, we've been having a lot of snow here in Vancouver, like one snowstorm after another. So today I'm going to sketch this other view outside my reading room window that I don't sketch that often because there are a lot of overlappings, especially in the spring and summer. The leaves are covering the view a lot. So here is a look of my current art journal page. As you can see, I sketched my afternoon coffee and a slice of cake. And now I'm going to sketch the snowy cityscape right over here on top. Let's see. So I already have a sense of size and placement of the houses and the major objects in the scenery before I start drawing. So now, as you can see, I'm drawing this house on the left-hand side. It's like a cube shape where you can see two sides of it. And the rooftop is the shape of a pyramid. And now I'm adding the windows on the right-hand side. And now I'm adding this tree standing right in front of this house. And there's a pickup truck in front of this little tree. So that's another layer of overlapping. Okay, now I'm ready to add the house on the right hand side. It's a little bit covered by the house on the left hand side. They have very similar structure. Again, the rooftop is the shape of a pyramid. But for this one, I can only see one side of this cube shape. Lots of windows and doors and the little bushes in front of it. Okay, and now I'm just drawing the clusters of trees. And below the cluster of trees, I have more houses on the edge of my sketch. Again, windows and doors with solid black shapes, and keep adding some more tree shapes behind these houses. We have a lot of evergreen trees here in Vancouver. And using broken lines to show the texture of the forest and also the little structures like houses in the distance in the forest. There's another house here. Alright, and just keep filling in the details inside the large shapes of the houses and rooftops. So now I'm just again using broken lines to show the texture of the roof. Because the snow is pretty loose and soft, the rooftop structures are not being covered completely. And just keep adding more windows and doors and fill those shapes with solid black just to give more density to the houses. Again, keep adding more rooftop lines for this house and loose lines to show the loose snow on the street. Okay, and now I decided to add the branches and twigs of the maple tree in the foreground on the left hand side. So I decided to add this tree in the foreground. I kind of hesitated because it looks very tangled and messy, but I still decided to do it because it kind of adds a more dramatic element to this sketch. So now I'm actually using a medium tip brush pen just so I can just push and fill in these branches with solid black. I think this is a nice way to make these branches stand out better compared to the things on the back. And so it looks cleaner too. Alright, it's time to paint watercolors. So as always, I like to paint the sky first. I wetted the sky area first with clear water, so it's easier to spread all of the colors. So the very first layer is a mix of lemon yellow and medium yellow and cerulean blue for the middle part of the sky. So as you can see, every time I switch color with my water brush, I need to clean the tip on a rag or a towel. Okay, so now I'm actually switching to my medium tip water brush, the Sakura brand. And I mixed ultramarine blue with purple to get this purple blue color for the shade of the clouds. The sky is a little bit complicated. It's very cloudy, but there's still a little bit of sunshine coming through the blue sky. Okay, so now I'm going to leave the sky as it is. And I just wetted the lower part of the sketch with clear water. And I just mixed Viridian green with a little bit burnt sienna to get this green color for the evergreen trees in the distance. And I'm leaving some little white spots to show the snow. Okay, and just painting these little bushes in front of the houses. And now I'm adding some warm color. Brown mixed with a little bit yellow for these houses. These are very nice contrasts with the greens and blues on the back. And now I just mix in a little bit dark brown and use very thin brush strokes to add on top of the rooftops, because the snow, I think, is melting a little bit. And the rooftop textures are showing through the snow. Okay, just a little bit. I'm not going to overwork on the rooftops. Just add a bit of color for these tree branches here. And now I'm just adding a darker green tone by mixing in ultramarine blue and burnt sienna into Viridian green, because the forest in the distance, it needs more contrast. And I'm not covering every single space of the first layer of light green because I want to show like a frosty feel for the forest. And just add some more little details for the houses in the front. And for the street, using some leftover gray to add the color for the muddy snow. Just quickly paint the truck over here. The top is white with snow. And that's it. That's the look of my finished sketch. It took me about 15 or 20 minutes or so. And here is the look of my finished art journal spread. So thank you so much for watching my video. If you like it, please click like and leave me a comment below. Subscribe to my channel for weekly updates. So this month, every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be hosting a 1 hour 30-minute live sketch session on Zoom. So you have the chance to watch me in real life speed and ask me questions on the sidebar. So if you have been drawing and painting for a while and it's still struggling to get better, then you can join me in the beginner's drawing and painting session, and I will start teaching from the very basics of drawing, painting, and seeing. So the links to sign up for both classes are in the description section of this video.